Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to discuss next subtopic under surface chemistry, that is colloids. Under the colloids, let me discuss preparation of colloids. I am Dr. R. Gunasekharan, Professor of Chemistry, who is taking class for you. What are colloids? Colloids are particles which are bigger than molecules but smaller than suspended particles. And they have tendency to settle down slowly and diffuse through parchment membrane at a very slow rate. Let me repeat again. This is the definition for colloids. Colloids are particles which are bigger than molecules but smaller than suspended particles, and they have tendency to settle down slowly and diffuse through parchment membrane at a very slow rate. Now, when I say colloids, so I must give information to you what is the difference between true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. So there are a number of differences are there. So let me give one by one. Number one, size of the particle. Under the size of the particle, normally in true solution, the particle size will be 1 to 10 Armstrong unit. In colloidal dispersion solutions, normally the size of the particles 10 to 1000 Armstrong unit. In suspension, it is greater than 1000 Armstrong unit. Please follow. So from the size of the particle, we can easily differentiate true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. Number two, visibility. True solutions, that is, particle present in the solution is invisible in all circumstances. Invisible. We cannot see because they are molecular size. In the case of colloidal solutions, the particles are invisible in all circumstances, but light scattering can be seen under microscope. Light scattering can be seen under microscope. In the case of suspension, particles can be visible to naked eye. We can see with the naked eye or under microscope. Third, diffusion. Another property we can able to differentiate. Generally, true solutions diffuse readily through semi-permeable membrane, whereas colloidal solution diffuse slowly through semi-permeable membrane. Slowly, kindly follow. Whereas suspension do not diffuse. The fourth important property, scattering of light. In the case of true solutions, the particles do not scatter light. They do not scatter light. Whereas colloidal solutions, the scattering of light takes place. That is called a Tyndall effect, discovered by the scientist Tyndall. The effect is called a Tyndall effect. Will be seen in detail later. Suspension. In the suspension, it is opaque. That is, do not show Tyndall effect. Light will not pass through. So, this is the difference between true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. Next, let me discuss types of colloidal solution. What are the types of colloidal solutions? All our books are giving only two, they are giving mainly, but I am going to give nearly 6 types. Kindly follow because questions are there. Under IIT, even NEET. The first one, based on the nature of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Based on the nature of dispersed phase, dispersion medium, we can classify the colloidal solutions. The next one. Based on the attractive forces acting between dispersed phase and dispersion medium, we can again classify into colloidal solutions. Based on the charge of the nature of the charge on the dispersed phase on the particle, we can classify the colloidal solutions. 4. Based on the nature of structure of the particle also we can classify the colloids. Number 5. Based on the nature of chemical composition of the particle we can classify. Number 6. Based on the nature of shape of the particle also we can classify. Kindly follow. So let me go one by one. The first one, it is most important, it is given in all books, CBSE and other textbooks. Number 1, based on the nature of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So here I am giving tabular column 4. First one, dispersed phase, that is particle, dispersion medium. Number 2, third is the name of the colloidal solution and specific examples for that for the specific name. So let me arrange it in such a way that this is the easiest way to memorize I am doing. First I am taking a phase only solid, the 3, then I will take only liquid dispersed phase, then I will take only gas, then by changing the dispersion medium. So first let me take dispersed phase solid, dispersed medium solid, it is called solid salt. The colloidal name is solid salt. The colloidal solution we will give a specific name solid salt. Solid present in solid medium, solid salt. Example, alloys, glass, examples. Number 2, solid dispersed phase is solid. Dispersed medium is liquid, which is salt. Name is salt. Example, gold, salt, paint, etc. Third example, solid again dispersed phase, but medium is gas. We will call it as aerosol. Name is aerosol. Example, smoke, dust, etc. in the atmosphere. Kindly follow. The next one. Now I am taking a liquid as a dispersed phase. Medium is varying. So liquid solid. Liquid dispersed phase liquid, dispersion medium is solid. I will call it as gel. Specific example, curd, cheese or example. The next one, liquid, dispersed phase liquid, dispersion medium is again liquid. Liquid will call it as emulsion. Example, milk and butter are specific examples. And finally under the liquid as the dispersed phase, medium is gas, liquid gas, it is called liquid aerosol. Example, clouds, fog, example. Finally, now gases as dispersed phase. Dispersed phase gas and dispersed medium is solid. It is called solid foam. Example, cake, bread, example. And dispersed phase gas and dispersed medium liquid, it is called foam. Soap, leather, example. So, my dear student, this you have to memorize. What are the memorize? You have to the name of the colloidal solution you have to memorize, and the example you have to memorize. Normally question will be what is emulsion. So when liquid is dispersed in liquid, what is the name they will ask. What is the one among the following is an emulsion, they will give different example. So you have to find out which is milk and butter. Like this question can be asked. The second type of colloidal solutions based on the attractive forces between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Kindly follow. Attractive forces. That is, there are two types. One is lyophilic colloids, another is lyophobic colloids. What is the Leo? Leo means solvent, philic means affinity, solvent affinity colloids. Second is lyophobic. Leo solvent, phobic hatred. Leo hatred colloids. Suppose solvent is specifically water, we will use hydrophilic and hydrophobic colloids. Please follow. Hydrophilic and hydrophobic colloids. If water is the solvent. So under the lyophilic colloids, example, gum, gelatin, starch are examples of lyophilic, affinity towards water. And lyophobic colloids, sulfur, silver, gold, that is hatred, this is insoluble in water. Hatred. Kindly follow. Now I can give you the difference between lyophilic colloids and lyophobic colloids, because question may be there. One among the following is the characteristic of lyophilic colloids. One among the following is the characteristic of lyophobic colloids can be asked. So first one, preparation. Lyophilic colloids can be very easily prepared, whereas for lyophobic colloids, special methods are required. We need special methods. Coming from nature, lyophobic colloids are generally reversible in nature, whereas lyophobic colloids are irreversible in nature. 3. Precipitation. To precipitate lyophilic colloids, a large quantity of electrolytes required. We know what is meant by electrolytes. Any substance we dissociate to give ion, we will call it as electrolytes. So large quantity of electrolytes required to precipitate lyophilic colloids, whereas small quantity can cause quick precipitation in the case of lyophobic colloids. Then, fourth one, stability. Lyophilic colloids are highly stable due to highly solvated, because surrounded by water molecules. Lyophobic colloids less stable due to poorly solvated. So based on solubility, we can able to differentiate. Then charge, this is very important. Lyophilic colloids depends on pH of the medium. pH of the medium. Kindly follow. This is the lyophobic colloids is independent of the pH of the medium. Because why it is same charge means acid medium H plus, that is, so it is less than 7 is the pH. Basic medium, it is greater than 7. Kindly follow. So this is basic medium. So that will be decided by the charge. Positive ion or negative ion, that will decide the charge. Kindly follow. So The lyophilic colloid depends on pH of the medium. Lyeophobic colloids independent of pH of the medium. The next one, electrophoresis. We will be discussing later in detail. Anyway, let me say, what is electrophoresis? Electrophoresis is a phenomena in which only the solid particle will move but medium will not move. Lyeophobic colloids may or may not show this electrophoresis, but lyeophobic colloids will show electrophoresis. And 7. Visibility. Lyophilic colloids not visible under ultramicroscope. They are molecular size, where lyeophobic colloid easily detected by ultramicroscope. Density, another important property. Lyeophobic colloids do not obey the law of mixture, whereas lyeophobic colloids obey the law of mixture. Number 9, Tyndall effect. We will be studying later. Tyndall effect. Lyeophilic colloids are less distinct, whereas in lyeophobic colloids it is more distinct. Kindly follow. Now, the third type, based on the nature of the charge. So I can classify into two types. One is A, positively charged colloids, and B, negatively charged colloids. Under the positively charged colloids, examples, hydrated metal oxides. Positively charged colloids, example, hydrated metal oxide, Al2O3, XH2O. Cr2O3, XH2O, Fe2O3, XH2O. X indicates any number of water molecules. And the titanium dioxide, hemoglobin, hydroxides of iron, aluminum, chromium, these are all positively charged. You have to memorize. Kindly follow. One among the following is the positive charge colloid, one among the following is the negative charge colloid. Question can be asked. Coming for the negatively charged, platinum, copper, silver, gold, all noble metals are negatively charged. Charcoal, example, metallic sulfides, examples, acid dyestuffs, that is eosin is an example, metallic, that is negatively charged. Starch, gum, gelatin and clay are negatively charged. Kindly follow. Number 4, based on the nature of structure of particles. Structure of the particles we can classify. 1. A, multi-molecular colloids. Multi-molecular colloid, specific example, sulfur. B, micellar colloids, surfactants, soap, detergent, example. Macromolecular colloids, example, cellulose, protein, etc. So this is based on the structure. Please follow. And number 5, based on the nature of chemical composition, I can say classify into two types. One is organic colloids, starch, cellulose, etc. Another is inorganic colloids, sulfur, gold, ferric hydroxide, etc. So organic colloids and inorganic colloids I can classify. Lastly, based on the nature of shape of the particles, colloidal particles. A, sphere colloids, example silver salt, and linear colloid, example silicic acid. So nature, linear and sphere. So shape. Based on shape, we can classify the colloidal solution. So we have 6 types of colloidal solutions. So next we'll go for our main topic, preparation of colloids. So mainly colloids can be prepared by 2 methods. One is a dispersion method, another is condensation methods. So let me discuss one by one. First, dispersion method. Under the dispersion methods, there are 4 methods are available. One is A, mechanical dispersion, B, electrical dispersion, C, ultrasonic dispersion, and D, peptidization. So let me discuss one by one now, kindly follow. Under the A, the dispersion, A, mechanical dispersion. Here, a colloidal mill will be used for this. Kindly see what is colloidal mill. So this is the colloidal mill diagram. Kindly follow. There are 2 discs will be there. The top one and bottom one. So they will move in the opposite. The metal disc move in the opposite directions. Through the top we are adding substances, and there is a driving belt will be there. So if you, depending upon the requirement of our size, we can adjust the disc so that everything we can do with this. This is the corresponding mill. The mill, kindly follow, colloidal mill. Let me explain now. This method is suitable for lyophilic colloids. Lyophilic colloids. In this method, coarse particles are broken into colloidal size by grinding in a colloidal mill. I have shown you colloidal mill. This mill consists of 2 metal discs held at a very small distance apart from one another and capable of revolving at a high speed in opposite direction. One is moving this direction, another is moving this direction. We can think of clockwise, another is anti-clockwise. Kindly follow. Okay. Now, so this is the colloidal mill I shown you. The distance between the 2 discs controls the size of the colloidal particles. Thus, using mechanical dispersion, what are the colloidal solutions we can prepare? Ink, paints, and varnishes are prepared by this method. Kindly follow. Coming for the second method, electrical dispersion method. That is mechanical, this is electrical. The special name is given as Briggs arc method. The person he introduced Briggs arc method. Electrical dispersion, it is also known as Briggs arc method, is commonly used for the preparation of salts of metal. All metal salts are prepared by Briggs arc method. In this method, an electric arc is produced between 2 metallic electrodes kept under dispersion medium, which is kept cool by freezing mixer. Please follow. Now you can see the electrical dispersion apparatus. So a big jar where is freezing mixer, over the small jar having your medium. The medium is containing water and plus potassium hydroxide. 2 metal rods metal rods are connected. One is acting as a positive, another is acting as a negative. When you pass electric current, what will happen? So there is a spark will come out. Then in that spark, the particles are produced. That particles are insoluble in this medium. So by this, the colloidals, that is gold, etc., can be prepared by this. Gold salt, etc., can be prepared by this. At high temperature, in Briggs arc method, the metal particle go into vapor state. Kindly follow. At high temperature, the metal particle go into vapor state and condense into colloidal particles in dispersion medium. This method is not suitable for organic dispersion medium. Please note, only inorganic medium it is possible, since charging occurs here. Metal salts like gold, silver, etc. can be prepared by this method. So two important things you must. So medium should not be organic medium. That is one thing. Number two, only metals like gold, silver, etc. salt can be prepared by this method. Kindly follow. The third is ultrasonic dispersion. This is very, very simple. By passing ultrasonic waves, larger particles present in the solution are broken down into colloidal particles. By sound, by passing ultrasonic waves, the larger particle will be broken into small colloidal particle. This is called ultrasonic dispersion. The next one is most important is peptidization. Is a method we can prepare colloidal solution. What is peptidization? Peptidization is a process by which a freshly prepared precipitate can be converted into colloidal state by the addition of a small amount of suitable electrolytes. Addition of small amount of suitable electrolyte. Here I have given 4 examples. Kindly follow. One is that is ferric hydroxide. The precipitate is converted into colloid by adding an electrolyte ferric chloride. Suitable electrolyte ferric chloride. Same way, Prussian blue, ferrocyanide, Prussian blue. This come across under the reduction of nitrogen. So this precipitate by adding oxalic acid converted into colloids. Third one, stannic oxide precipitate can be converted into colloid by adding dilute HCl. The same way, silver chloride precipitate is converted into colloids by adding dilute HCl. So there are 4 specific examples I am giving under the peptidization. Kindly memorize, question can be asked. So here I have to indicate regarding coagulation or flocculation. What is coagulation or flocculation? The process of precipitating a colloidal solution by suitable electrolyte is known as coagulation. Kindly follow. From the precipitate we are preparing colloidal solution is called, we have seen. This is just opposite. The process of precipitating a colloidal solution by a suitable electrolyte is known as coagulation or flocculation. The process of precipitating a colloidal solution by a suitable electrolyte is known as coagulation or flocculation. So, from colloidal solution, it is coming as precipitate. Kindly follow. This is called coagulation or flocculation. Common flocculants are multivalent cation. So here the most important rule is there. Often this question is asked. Kindly memorize, my dear student. Hardy-Hoole's rule. Hardy-Hoole's rule states that there are 2 rules. 1. The ion which is effective in causing coagulation of a salt is one whose charge is of opposite sign to that of colloidal particle. Kindly follow. What is the idea is, suppose you are having a colloid and the colloid is a positive. So you have to add an ion which is a negative. The ion which is effective in causing coagulation of a salt, this is salt. To not to convert into a precipitate, so you have to a negative ion. Kindly follow. Whose charge is opposite side to that of colloidal particle. Suppose if it is a negative colloid, that is salt, then you add your positive ion. Kindly follow. The ion, the Hardy-Hoole's rule states that the ion which is effective in causing coagulation of salt is one whose charge is of opposite sign to that of colloidal particle. That's why I have given under the classification based on the charge. What are all the charge, the positively charged colloids, what are all negatively charged colloids. Number 2, the precipitating effect increases with the increasing valency of the ion. This is another important question. The rule questions are asked. The precipitating effect increases with the increasing valency of the ion. Kindly follow. To precipitate positive colloids, negative ions are required. To precipitate negative colloid, positive ions are required. I told you. So here, second rule, let me explain. The precipitating effect increases with the increasing valence of the ion. Suppose, let me say, I am having a negative sol, say for example, sulfur, etc., negative. So what I have to add now? Only positive I have to add. So in the positive, what I can add now? Sodium plus, calcium 2 plus, aluminium 3 plus, I can add like this. Kindly say, what is the rule says? The precipitating effect increases with increasing valency of the ion. Aluminium 3 plus is more effective than calcium 2 plus. Calcium 2 plus is more effective than sodium plus. Please follow. That is, greater the valency of the active ion, greater is the power to cause coagulation or flocculation. Under this, I want to give one important number called gold number, introduced by Zsigmondy in 1901. What is gold number? The number of milligrams of lyophilic colloids, required to prevent the coagulation of 10 ml of given gold sol. So we have 10 ml gold sol, kindly follow, and by adding 1 ml of 10% sodium chloride solution. So when I add 1 ml of 10% sodium chloride solution to 10 ml of gold sol, then this will be getting precipitated. Kindly follow. Gold sol will be precipitated. What is gold number? I am saying now the number of milligrams of lyophilic colloid. Kindly follow. We have differentiated what is lyophilic? Solvent affinity. Lyophilic colloids, it should be in milligrams, required to prevent the coagulation of 10 ml of given gold sol by adding 1 ml of 10% sodium chloride solution is called gold number. Kindly follow. Suppose we have 10 ml of gold solution, 1 ml of 10% sodium chloride, when you add, it will precipitate. Gold sol will be precipitated. In order to avoid precipitate, we have to add in terms of milligrams of lyophilic colloids already it should be present. Let us say 100 milligrams I am adding a lyophilic colloids. Gum I added. Let us assume 100 milligrams. Now when I add 1 ml of 10% sodium chloride, the sol will not be getting precipitated. So this 100 milligram I am calling it as gold number. Kindly follow. Lower the gold number, greater will be the protective action. Please follow. Lower the gold number, greater will be the powerful will be the protective action. Greater will be the protective action. The another one, like gold number, another is called Gongo-Rubin number, introduced by Ostwald. You have seen already Ostwald dilution law, the same person, Ostwald, 1919 introduced. Number of milligrams of protective colloids required to prevent the coagulation of 100 ml of 0.1% of Congo-Rubin dye solution by addition of 0.16 gram equivalent of potassium chloride solution is called Congo-Rubin number. Please follow. So we have 100 ml of 0.01% Congo-Rubin dye solution. To this we are going to add now 0.16 normality, gram equivalent of potassium chloride solution. We are going to add into this. If you add this, the Congo-Rubin salt will be getting precipitated. So what happens? In order to prevent this, we have to add now protective colloids. Protective colloid means that we have know already the in terms of milligrams we have to add. So that we'll call it as Congo-Rubin number. Please follow. Now let me come for the second method. First is dispersion methods, preparations. There are second method is called condensation method. We can prepare the colloids. Condensation methods usually involve chemical reactions in a medium in which the dispersed phase is sparingly soluble. Dispersed phase is sparingly soluble. There are 4 examples I am discussing under this. One is double decomposition, 2 hydrolysis, 3 oxidation, and 4 reduction. By using these 4 methods, chemical methods, I can prepare colloids. Let me go one by one. First, double decomposition. On passing H2S through a solution of arsenious oxide in water, by passing H2S, arsenic sulfide precipitate will be converted into colloidal solution. Colloids. So this is precipitate converted into colloids. This is called a double decomposition. Simply exchange the anion. Kindly follow. Sulfur and oxygen getting exchanged. Number 2. Second method, hydrolysis. When a dilute solution of ferric chloride is added drop by drop, that is drop-wise, to a large excess of water, a red salt of ferric hydroxide is formed. Kindly follow. So, we are having in a beaker, let us say, take your water excess, add drop-wise ferric chloride. Dilute solution of ferric chloride, add drop-wise to the large excess of water. So that will happen. The ferric chloride will be converted into ferric hydroxide. It is a salt. Red salt of ferric hydroxide is formed. This is called hydrolysis because water is used for that one. Number 3, oxidation is another method. Colloidal sulfur is obtained by passing H2S gas through bromine water. Kindly follow. So we are getting the corresponding salt, sulfur salt. Kindly follow. Colloidal sulfur. So by passing H2S through bromine water, so we can say bromine water, we are getting now HBr and sulfur is getting converted into salt. So by oxidation, we are getting this oxidation of bromine, any oxygen or any electronegative element will call oxidation. So this is called oxidation. And the fourth method, reduction. Kindly follow. Gold, silver, lead and platinum commonly are obtained in colloidal form by reducing very dilute solution of their salts with organic reducing agent like formaldehyde and tannic acid. Please follow. This is very, very important. All metal salt, gold, silver, lead, platinum are obtained by reduction using formaldehyde or tannic acid. So here I am using formaldehyde. Kindly see, this is gold chloride, auric chloride, 2 moles, 3 moles of formaldehyde, 3 moles of water. So I am getting a gold salt. The formaldehyde getting oxidized to formic acid, HCl is getting converted into the HCl is formed, 6 moles. So formaldehyde is getting oxidized to formic acid. Kindly follow. Whereas auric chloride undergo reduction to produce gold salt. So this is called reduction. By these 4 methods, we can prepare the colloidal solution. I hope I can come to the conclusion of the chapter. Thank you, my dear students, for your kind cooperation. Dear students who are coming for my channel, Neat Chemistry by Dr. R. Gunasekharan in YouTube, which is free for all students of India, especially poor students. If you follow systematically, so starting from 8th standard up to plus 2 level, I am giving this all chapter units in detail up to BSc level. So, if you want to attend any online that is entrance examination, that is any entrance examination like NEET, IIT, so for chemistry you can follow this, you can get 100% mark. And another is it is free, readily available in YouTube, you can. Then another I want to give through this for the information to the students who are waiting for NEET entrance examination will be conducted by Government of India for this academic year. Dear students, for you, that is those who are studying plus 1, plus 2 or plus 2 completed students waiting for that is called repeaters, for you I have a good news to you. We are running a coaching center, Vetri Coaching Center in Pondicherry for the last 20 years. And we have a website, vetri.us, Vetri Namade in Tamil we can say. Now, if you enter vetri.us, you can view our achievement for the last 20 years. One or two achievement I will tell you. Every year, 10 to 20 students are going to JIPMER Medical College. 150 to 200 students are joining other medical colleges of Pondicherry. And a few students are joining IIT. Hundreds of students are joining engineering colleges. Kindly follow. The most important the achievement is in 2003, our students R. Srinivasa Raghavan got All India first rank in JIPMER. In 2003 itself, just see almost 20 years ago, we got All India first rank. So this is our achievement and merit. So now we are having Vetri.us, our online site. So by using Vetri.us, you can very easily score 600 to 700 marks out of 720. So let me give what is the importance of Vetri.us, important features of Vetri.us. There are three most important features. The first one, Vetri.us has 200 video lesson, 200 unit test. Kindly follow. Unit test. So the 200 unit lesson, kindly follow. It is taken by professor with the experienced professor with the doctorate degree and 20 to 30 years of experience in coaching IIT and medical students. So, and another important thing is it is full of the abstract notes. When you are viewing the model, professor will take class and the notes will be there on the board. And if you want to take the notes, please touch the video. It will stop. You can take everything. Then again it will run. So any number of times you can open and see whenever you are free. So this is one. Another important is feature 200 unit tests we have given. For each unit we are, for example, let me take now the surface chemistry. Surface chemistry. So under the surface chemistry we have given two tests. Test 1, test 2 we are giving. Each one 45 questions. Each test will have 45 questions. So suppose you are attending test 1, 45 questions. So what are the provisions? The one important information I will give, this is the important feature which is not available in other online coaching. So we have framed question unit test by taking questions from 20 years of IIT question papers, 20 years of AIMS, 20 years of AIPMT, AFMC, MSET Andhra, Delhi, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry. Only the previous year question papers are there in the unit test. What is the advantage of this unit test we are framing in the unit test? So we have observed for the last 6 years when the NEET was started, every year we observed 75 to 80 questions, same questions are repeated. Only from our question bank, Vettidatas. That means through Vettidatas you will get easily 320 marks, minimum 320 you will get. And if you are a very good student and regular students, attending all the 200 tests and view the lessons, easily you can get 600 to 700 marks out of 720. So definitely you will become all India rank will come. Then you will get, you can join anywhere you like, JIPMER or AIMS or Vellore, anywhere you like you can join. Please follow. So this is the important feature of ours. Then another important feature of Vettidatas I can tell you. So suppose you want to attempt the model test in our, what you have to do now, there is a menu called test. If you click test, inside will be 1, 2, 3. There are 30 units will be there in chemistry. And 30 units again will be repeated again. So 2 tests in each. So if you click, there is a menu called attempt, immediately a window will open, and in window, it will ask you, it will tell, information will be given there. These units, say for example, surface chemistry contain 45 questions. Each question carries 4 marks. If your answer is correct, you will be awarded 4 marks. If your answer is wrong, 1 mark will be subtracted. Now, are you ready? This is the information will be there. So, if you are ready, keep your notebook, rough notebook and pen. Then you click OK. Immediately, question number 1 will open. You can see the question. Option A, option B, option C, option D will be there. And below that, there are 3 menus are there. And below again there is a window 1 to 45 question numbers are there. Kindly follow. This special information is not available in any other online coaching. So when you are seeing these option A, B, C, D, there are 3. Center is complete. The next is that is next. This is right side, left side it is reverse. This is a menu to go proceed, right side and the left side. Kindly follow. And below that, 1 to 45 questions which are in yellow color. What is the important here? Suppose if you are reading the first question number 1 and you observe A is the correct answer, put a tick mark, click that A. When you click A, automatically the number 1 in 1 to 45 question number will be converted into green color. Yellow will be converted into green color. So that indicates you have answered yellow. That is question number 1. Question number 2 will be in blue color. All the remaining questions will be in yellow color. So at any number, any time, you can, by seeing these below, the 45 questions, whatever yellow, that means it is not answered by you. Okay. With this idea, you come the other side. Suppose you are going to write All India examination, NEET. So this is a practice test we are giving. Only 45 questions only you are writing here. 45 minutes only we are giving. And there is a clock will run there. Starting from 45, it will come down. So, if you have not completed within 45 minutes, it automatically window will close, will come marks, automatically mark will be awarded. And if you have sufficient time, you have to click complete. Please follow. Immediately you will get marks out of 180, how much mark you are getting. Come the other side. Suppose if you are going for NEET entrance examination by Government of India, the NEET India. So I will guide you 3 steps you have to follow. 3 steps. First step, you go in the way of botany, zoology, chemistry and physics. This is the way you have to answer. First step, answer only known questions. 100% known. You put a tick mark in botany, zoology, chemistry and physics. Theory questions. So let us assume you will get 100 questions are known to you. That means 400 marks with you. Kindly follow. Here I told you 75 to 80 questions are repeated from our question bank every year. Then second step, you go again physics, the botany, zoology, chemistry and physics order. Any difficult question in the case of theory, think twice or thrice. And if you, by logic thinking, if you observe it is 80% worth it is correct, put a tick mark. If it is less than 40% worth, means don't click that question. Negative marks will be coming to you. Second step. Third step, go to the problems of chemistry and physics. Chemistry, only 1/3 of the questions will be problem, whereas physics, more than 50% will be problem. Please follow. So when in the problems, you can use suitable formula, substitute suitable units, calculate, find out the answer, and compare the answer with the option A, option B, option C, option D. And if the answer calculated by you is present in any one of the 4, put a tick mark. Otherwise, don't click, leave it. So the most important thing is, it is not necessary to attend all the 200 questions given. You tick one if you are 100% sure, or 80% if you are sure, you click. Don't lose negative marks. Please follow. So that is regarding my advice. So kindly follow. There is one more most important feature in Vettidatas. This is not available in other online coaching, leading online coaching. Kindly follow. What is that? That is, we have a menu called review. Kindly follow. We have a menu called review. So after the pressing the complete, you will get marks. For example, 160 by 180, you are getting marks. So 20 marks you are losing. So you want to know where you have done mistake. So now click review. Immediately question number 1 will open. You can see A, B, C, D option, and correct answer will be there in yellow color, and below there is a video solution. Answer, solution will be there. Kindly follow. First question, if you have answered A is the correct answer, it will be in blue color. So your answer will be in blue color, correct answer will be in yellow color. Kindly compare. So you can easily identify here itself whether your answer is correct or not. So this facility is not available in any other online coaching centers of leading institute. Please follow. One more important characteristic which is not available in other online coaching. So there they are giving solution as one word or one line typed matter. But we are giving a video solution answer. The video will run 10 to 15 minutes it will run. The professors with the doctorate degree with the 30 years of experience will explain, read question, read the option, and give explanation, basic theory, and start root, everything they will explain, including diagram, table, everything, so that it will be very easy to understand. Even a very dull students, if you attend all the 200 tests, I can give you guarantee you will get minimum 500 marks. Minimum 500 for a dull student. Kindly follow. So this is the most important feature of our Vettidatas. Another is our the low cost. Even poor people can afford this. We are collecting only 10,000 per year. Per year, 10,000 rupees. How to pay 10,000? Pay 10,000 rupees in the name of Santi, Director of Ethic Coaching Center, in Indian Bank, account number 7127199471, IFC code IDIB000P134. So any problem or any query, contact my cell number as well as WhatsApp number 98941764425. So my dear students, so thank you very much for your observation. See you again in the next chapter. Bye bye.